Why is that, Ralph? Why are people doing that to me?
Who
Huh?
knows?
Oh my God! You should watch our TikTok feeds, man. And please, okay,
Mm-mm.
those are just shticks. Kaningi dramatize na mo.
Oh yeah.
Although Kuya Magic, sometimes we throw things at each other at certain times, right? But
It's only for the reals.
it's that the one that you're looking at, the one that you're enjoying, is actually just for the reals. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So thank you so much for sharing and liking our mga funny bits, right?
Yeah.
We're just all doing it for fun, right?
Mm-mm. All,
Becau-
all for good fun.
All for good and clean and sometimes painful fun. So who is this guy? Charles James Kirk. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Charles James Kirk, better known as Charlie Kirk, is an American conservative political figure. He is an author and a media personality as well. He co-founded Turning Point USA, which is a conservative organization. It's supposedly a conservative nonprofit, and and was its executive director. He was the chief executive officer of Turning Point Action as well, which was the I guess the more political arm of Turning Point USA, which was the nonprofit, and then the Turning Point Action was the political arm. In his later years, he was one of the most prominent voices of the populist MAGA movement and exemplified the growth of Christian nationalism in the Republican Party. Kirk was born and raised in the Chicago suburbs of Arlington Heights and Prospect Heights, Illinois. In high school, Kirk actively engaged in politics, supporting Republican candidate Mark Kirk, no relation, and his U.S. Senate campaign. He briefly attended Harper College before dropping out to pursue political activism full-time, influenced by Tea Party member Bill Montgomery.
Wow.
And it was in 2012 that he founded Turning Point USA.
So what do we know so far about the assassin, the killer
Mm.
of Charlie Kirk, because he was still at large. Kagahapon, there was a $100,000 bounty for his capture, right, or for his location, his
Mm.
whereabouts, right?
Yeah.
I see a photograph. You're scrolling a photograph. Dili mo kay siya klaro bay. Mura lagi nang
Yeah.
ikaw bay.
Oh,
Huh?
Oy, grabe. That looks nothing like me. I'm not that white.
No, but it's not. He's not white. Anyway, so
He looks.
what
He looks.
you look like
looks kind of.
you look like
Caucasian.
you look like you have a shirt like that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
You're making accusations now.
I just need $100,000. So what do we know about the supposed assassin?
Well, very little is actually known about him. All we have is footage of him. And to correct my statement from yesterday, I initially my assumption was that the shot was fired from within the crowd.
Mm?
That appears to have been wrong, as
Mm.
some videos have circulated online showing this man dressed in all black.
Okay, he's looking for the topic. Go ahead.
This man is dressed in all black, was
Mhm.
on top of the roofs of the campus.
Roofs.
Yeah, the roofs. He was
Okay.
basically scaling up the roofs,
Mm.
and most likely he fired his shot from up there.
So kuan dito day long range rifle ito day. Dili dito
Yeah.
kaning
They said it was like a bolt action rifle.
okay kanang
Yeah, yeah, kanang mo cock pa ka, something like that.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. Ngigo di siya.
A lot of people are commentating right now, like on how on the difficulty level, I guess.
So could it being siya ang um, um, like he's got like training for something difficult as shooting something from or somebody from a long distance.
That's what some people are speculating. I think the distance that they estimate the shot to have been taken and where Charlie Kirk was hit, it was about 200 yards, which is about 188 meters. I checked it earlier. So there are some I don't know. There's some people arguing online. It's not that hard, especially because Charlie Kirk was just sitting down in a chair. He was standing still. But there are some people who are saying the conditions of the shot. He's oh no, it's actually easier to hit people from a high ground. So I don't know. It's really hard to say the level
You
of
know, the level of
skill.
the level of vitriol, the level of division in the United States, the level of violence in the United
Mm-mm.
States has been rising, right? All
Mm-mm.
through the years, right? And um, you know, I've always thought, ako yung pagtuo ba nga, kaning America is one of those places that value freedom of speech, right?
Yeah.
You can, you know, like what is that quote? I may disagree with what you are saying, but I'm going to fight to the death your right to say it, right?
Yeah, Voltaire.
Voltaire, yeah,
Mm.
Voltaire said that, and I thought that was a very a representative of a good
The
representation
US.
of the United States
Mm-mm.
and their atmosphere there. But as it turns out, I think something happened to American society, and I venture in even saying in some societies all over the world, nga medyo our ability to have a conversation,
Mm-mm.
our ability to have diversity of thought, our ability to talk to each other, our ability to respect one another has diminished, right? And this is one such example of why um, you know this horrific murder, this horrific crime is um, it's not surprising with the climate in the United States. And ako yung pagtuubay nga kanang Amerika muna siyang lugar nga
Mm-mm.
makaistorya kasi imuhang mga pagtuo nga wala na kay kahadlukan, pero karon as it turns out they're living in dangerous times, right? Yeah,
Mm.
what will happen to those people like him, you know, who will speak their minds and you know follow their hearts and speak truths and that you know you may or may disagree, you may agree or disagree. What will happen to the whole American project of freedom of speech and democracy and all of that stuff? And you know, like they say, if the United States sneezes, the whole world catches a cold or
Yeah.
has fever. I'm sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So I'm wondering, but because these guys, you know, the United States, like it or not, although to a lesser degree now, but it's still the shining example of a successful democracy, right?
Yeah.
So faults and all. In fact, that's even not a bug, but a feature of democracy. Faults, diba?
Mm-mm.
Normal magina siya, mo magina demokrasya. That's how it works. But you know, I'm scared of what the implications are, not just in Western society, but just the whole world. Nga inani day ni day nga you really can't speak your mind, and the leader of that whole persuasion is also under attack.
Yeah. I think I saw one of somebody who's on the opposite end of the political spectrum.
Okay, okay.
Another internet personality who's
Okay.
rather famous himself.
Kinsa man ni siya?
Si Hassan Piker. Are
Ay,
you
ay,
familiar with
yeah,
him?
yeah, I think I've seen his face. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Hassan Piker was
Did
commenting.
you say Parker?
Piker.
Piker. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he like Middle Eastern Indian? What?
Yeah, he's from Turkey, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-mm. He's from Turkey, and I think he has U.S. citizenship now. But anyway, yeah. See, Hassan, he was talking about the assassination, and he was mentioning he was supposed to debate Charlie Kirk a few months from now,
Mm.
or from when he was commentating, and now it's not gonna happen, and it makes even him fearful for his life about going out in public, because now expressing your ideas can get you shot, and it's a frightening thought, even for somebody who's on the opposite end of the political
Well,
spectrum.
I think there are no sides to this. I don't think this is
Left versus
an
right.
issue with sides, right? I mean like if it's somebody's life,
Yeah.
I don't think there should be a side to this, right?
Yeah, there
I
shouldn't
mean,
be.
and it's just weird that some people, including the president of the United States, mentioned that he's blaming
Mm.
He's doing the
Yeah.
blame game already. But
And they don't even have the suspect yet.
yeah, I know, right? So it's just weird. He would
Mm.
why he would blurt the blame ready with all.
It wasn't just the president actually.
Yeah.
There was some U.S. senators as well.
Yeah,
there was
but
a
the buck
yeah.
stops in the presidency. So yeah,
Yeah.
so he
But there was an MSNBC anchor
Yeah.
who blamed Charlie Kirk for his own assassination.
yeah, and he got kicked out, right?
Yeah, he got kicked
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So, but most lagi like some people can tolerate or even appreciate
Mm.
diversity of thought,
Yeah.
but most people can't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Most people can't. So and we all know nga the Philippines is one of the most dangerous places for journalists, right?
Yeah, it is.
And like murag kinaon lang ni nato ang mga inani nga mga pangitabo sa
Mm.
Pilipinas, di ba?
Yeah.
We're way up there in the top 3, right?
I
As
think-
the most dangerous place for journalists and people who speak their minds and
I don't, know,
investigate.
I don't know if top 3, but I think top 10.
Top 10, yeah.
Yeah.
We're up there.
Mm-mm.
So it's just I don't know, man. Ang iyahamang mga positions pod, what you could probably do is because I see a lot of bullet points of Charlie Kirk's different controversial
Mm-mm.
positions, right? Maybe you can run it down to us. What he's known for, at least the kind of thoughts that he's espousing or
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and quick fact check there.
Uh-uh.
We were wrong. We're not in the top 10. We're 116th out of 180.
oh, so it's not bad, right?
Yeah,
This is-
we're
this
like
is this
kinda
is
at the halfway point.
this is updated or no? This is
Yeah,
like,
this is 2025
okay.
as of. This is from RSF, Reporters Without Borders.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
So this is
February 12th,
perhaps
2025.
good news, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just it seems so prevalent here in the Philippines, right? Because you hear like journalists being gunned down and all of that
Mm-mm.
stuff
Yeah,
very often, right? And usually happens in the provinces too, right?
yeah, yeah.
So maybe they're not that tolerant, or maybe I don't know, man. Like
Maybe there's just places that are worse
yeah,
than what
yeah,
we're seeing here,
yeah.
and that's frightening.
So unsa
thought.
maning mga kwan, unsa maning mga different ideas ni Charlie Kirk nga murag medyo got him into trouble, got him into kaning controversial grounds in many places. The thing with Charlie is he's a podcaster, right?
Mm-mm.
And
Yeah, more or less like an online personality.
online personality,
Mm.
and that's really the fear, and the thing with them is that they really once they have a position,
Mm-mm.
mura og and then it becomes popular, they're gonna play it like a greatest hits. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're gonna
Yeah.
try to keep the engagement high. They're gonna try to increase their following and all of that stuff. So, ang ako ang paminaw ba is when you're a child of the internet, if you're an influencer, if your livelihood
Mm-mm.
depends upon your position, your
Mm-mm.
beliefs, lisod ka na siya osbon. Kay mo
Yeah,
man na imuhang MO, mo naman na imuhang brand, di ba?
Mm-mm.
Kung mobali ka, suko ang mga tao nga ni tuo nimo, di ba?
Yeah.
So that's really the danger there. So anyway, what are the controversial positions that the late Charlie Kirk sort of promoted? Go ahead.
Well, I guess first and foremost, probably if you think of like some of his most controversial positions, probably the most prominent one is the fact that he was a staunch supporter of President Donald
Trump, yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm. And yeah, that's controversial in of
Yeah,
itself.
yeah, because he's a very controversial and divisive figure.
Yeah, yeah. And
See, Donald Trump, I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he was always a staunch supporter of him, and through the 2016 all the way up to the 2016, 2020, and 2024 elections,
Mhm.
he was pretty much they're one of the most prominent voices
Mm-hmm.
in support of Trump, and one of the things that he would uh, do is go to college campuses and have direct debates with college students, which, in his view, uh, are largely, according to him, largely, what do you call this, indoctrinated towards very liberal progressive
Yeah,
ideas.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And that's why
His segment is called "Prove Me Wrong" or something like that, right?
yeah, something
Prove
like
me
that.
wrong.
Uh-uh.
In fact, he was shot while doing one of those
Yeah, he was shot.
prove me wrong tours, right?
Yeah.
So, what specific stands? Because you're saying something so general, and
okay.
so what specific positions does Charlie Kirk have?
Yeah, well, I was about to get to his
Yeah,
stance by explaining his belief about higher education. He thinks college is a scam.
Mhm.
That's another
College is a scam. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
another one that he constantly gets into fights
Okay.
with
How do you
people over.
how do you feel about that, man? You came from just a few months ago in college. Do you think it's a scam? Is UP a scam, or this is just a purely American phenomenon?
No, I don't think it's a purely American phenomenon.
So you think UP is a scam?
No, not really. But
Education is a scam.
my
College
mo-
is a scam.
my mom thinks it is.
So,
Yeah.
So why does Charlie Kirk think that college is a scam?
Yeah, because his argument is that a lot of people usually take up, especially in the U.S., they
Mm.
go into debt to get this college degree,
Mm-hmm.
and then they end up looking for jobs that don't even relate to their college degree.
Mm.
A lot of them, I think there was like he gave out a statistic about that, and it was like around. So more than 50%
Okay,
of
okay,
college graduates don't
So-
even end up working in jobs
Okay,
that
what-
relate to their course.
So that's one of those positions. What else are his different positions aside from that?
Well, besides that, he's
For
also
education. I know he's got a thing for transgender and LGBTQ
yeah,
and all of that stuff. But what's his position there?
Well,
Would you know? Is that there?
Make
Make sure you represent him well, huh? Okay, kasi kagunta ni ni Charles
Kirk.
today, Charlie today.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a really long list. It's kind of hard to go through the whole thing, but
Mm.
here it goes. So yeah, Kirk was a relatively secular liberal regarding LGBTQ rights in the U.S. in 2018, but shifted towards more religious conservative stances after that. Kirk argued that there is an quote-unquote LGBTQ agenda, and he opposed gay marriage. In 2024, while criticizing YouTuber Miss Rachel for quoting Leviticus 19:18, Kirk responded by citing Leviticus 20:13. In Leviticus 19:18, that it's love your neighbor as yourself.
Kinsa man si Leviticus?
Leviticus.
Kinsa man si Leviticus?
Kaya na sa
Kinsa man na siya?
book na sa Bible.
I know, kinsa lagi si Leviticus. What's a Leviticus?
Well, I have no idea.
Come on, man, Google it. Pagkawalan ta sa atong mga re-ed teacher. Unsa? Is that a Leviticus? Is that a place? Is that what does that mean? Oh my God, there's such a bunch of morons here. Sorry, pasaylo ami guys, ha. What's a-
It just says in the book of Leviticus.
What's a Leviticus? Sounds like a mythical creature, right? Be careful of the Leviticus. What's the real meaning of that word?
Well, the word Leviticus means relating to the Levites or the book of the Levites.
What's a Levite? What's a Levite then?
Well, the Levites were priestly tribe of ancient Israel.
Okay.
Mm.
So priestly tribe of Israel. Now I know what a Leviticus is.
Yeah,
Right?
that
Yeah.
would be what it's in reference
Yeah, it sounds like a verb too, right? I'm gonna Leviticus you if you don't do that, right?
I don't know about that, but
Sige. So anyway, suffice it to say, he was a very controversial figure,
yeah.
and he was like the new voice of the conservative agenda. He was like one of those the face of the new conservatives, right? The neoconservatives,
The
right?
neoconservatives.
You know, to me, the strongest voice is of the new conservative is Jordan Peterson, right? But I think Charlie Kirk is probably up there. Maybe he's second. I don't know, but
I think he's more what do you call this? In line with the Christian. I guess it says so right here, right? A Christian nationalist
yeah, correct.
stances. So
yeah.
I don't necessarily know if that falls under neoconservatism, but
Well, Neo, I guess I called it Neo because he's young, you know,
Yeah.
and then he's using a platform that didn't exist before, which is the
Back then,
podcast,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
Mone, that's the envy of the left, right? Of the Democrats. They're not very good at this new medium, right? This
Yeah.
podcast medium. Although maybe it's not really the party itself or the movement itself, but the people. Because
Mm.
Barack Obama was known to be like the internet president, right?
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
was elected because of micro donations from online, right? And so on and so forth. So it's probably not about the party or the movement. It's really about the person, right?
Mm.
Who wants to get elected. And I think one of the reasons why Donald Trump got elected the first time and the second time, Trump 2.0, is because he was good at social media. He was good at the internet.
Yeah.
He knew how to press the buttons. He was like a, what do you call that? What's the thing when there's
A troll?
orchestra?
Or the conductor?
The conductor of,
Mm.
of social media, right?
Mm.
He would do this and that, and people would like be outraged and this and that. So he was very good at that. And Charlie Kirk is one of those personalities that are very popular on social media, right?
Mm-mm.
And alongside Joe Rogan, who I think, although maligned as a conservative, actually is a hero to a lot of conservatives. But his positions aren't
Very
actually,
liberal. He's-
aren't actually conservative. But
yeah, he's actually very liberal.
yeah, it's just that he does have conservative guests too, and
yeah.
I think because of the algorithm, because he found a way to get more viewers and listeners, that's why he became this thing. That's really the thing, man. Like I'm so vague with two things. The thing is in social media, kung nagali magpasikat nimo, imo ginang balik-balikon. So I think that's what's happening with social media personalities ba nga. Murag nasilay musikat sila na if they want to make more money, if they want to make more fans, more viewers, more listeners, more subscribers, ilang balik-baliko na ang butang na nakapasikat nila. You know what I mean? And then they don't invite people that are in the opposite position kay maglagot ang iyang mga fans. Diba? They're sort of like feeding a fan base, right?
Yeah. Pero to his credit, Joe Rogan has consistently invited a lot of people from both aisles of the political spectrum. And
Correct. You're absolutely correct. But see, the thing is, that was in the early stages of Joe Rogan. This was before he became this huge brand, a firebrand in podcasting. So that was early, Joe Rogan. But now, the kind of mga conspiracy theorists,
Oh, yeah,
and
kata sila.
yeah. So
he's been inviting a lot of very interesting people.
yeah.
There was this one actor nga he invited.
Yeah, I know. Spencer, right? Terrence Spencer, the guy who African American.
Yeah.
He's
The
an
one who
ac-
played Iron Man's friend in the first one.
Yeah, he played. He even won Best Supporting Actor or Best Actor, but also the movie Crash.
Mm-mm.
Terrence Spencer or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
then he
one
like,
plus one equals whatever, right?
and then the
Hexagon,
no,
whatever.
he brought like a
weird
his
shape.
his own like version of the periodic table or something like that.
I know.
and then people were like, "Bro, that's so wrong. Why is he there?"
Well, that's really the thing with Joe Rogan. He really gives platforms to these people who
Controversial ideas.
yeah, and an argument can be made that they shouldn't be platformed, but the thing is, there's an age-old argument about ideas ba nga. Di ba? They're saying in the free marketplace of ideas, the best idea always wins, right? So kung na kay bad idea, just put it out there and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
But see, the thing is now, I think even if it's a bad idea, you can have a group of people who believe in that bad idea,
Yeah.
and it becomes like your bubble, right?
Yeah.
And mura kag confirmation bias ba nga?
Yeah.
Kaning let's just say the world is flat or whatever. Lo buang nga ni namde. The
Lain.
world is flat organization sa Labangon.
Oh.
No, tukuan bi ko taga duol bi ako sa Labangon. Ako nga tuon bi na sa session kada. I'm just making it up, guys.
Yeah.
There's
We don't know if there is one.
but maybe there is, right? Maybe there
Yeah,
is.
maybe there is.
Labangon, please let me know if there's a flat earth organization in Labangon. By the way, maayong hapon or maayong buntag pa diay sa akong amigo nga taga Talisay, si Raymond Alfar. Hapit ng fiesta sa Karkar ba? Par? Ano man eh? Asa naman ni si Raymond Alfar karon? Anyway, so that's Charlie Kirk. How do you feel about it, guys? Like you're far from where the event happened, where the tragedy happened. It happened in a university outdoors in one of the universities in Utah, and he was shot in broad daylight, and he was just having one of those prove me wrong sessions with a bunch of students, and you know, I asked you yesterday about the security of Charlie Kirk, and he did mention in one of his interviews, one of his last interviews, um, um, that he does have security, and he was asked by one of my favorite thinkers, the host of Politically Incorrect now. Politically Incorrect was a TV series back in the 90s that was banned because he joked about 911 too soon. In fact, his whole show was canceled real time or no, I'm sorry, Politically Incorrect. His TV series. It was a talk show because he said something like, you know, people are accusing the terrorists of being cowards, right? But he said, you know, I don't know what a coward is, but flying a plane into a building is not cowardice. That's what he said, and he got canceled for that.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's really the thing. The problem, I think, is when people are over certain, they do horrific things.
Yeah.
I've always said this, and I'll probably say this again. I could be wrong, but I think if there is an enemy, and there's a big if, it's over certainty. Over certainty is the enemy. I think you gotta put a little humility in your heart. You've got to kaning be humble of the potential of you being incorrect or wrong, and I think that's what happened to 911, right? These are people that were over certain about
Their beliefs.
of their beliefs, and so they did what they did, and in many ways the world is living in a post 911 world. We just actually celebrated or commemorated, I should say, and not celebrated, a 911 yesterday and today in the United States. By the way, maayong buntag or maayong gabi sa atong mga kaigsunan sa Amerika nga nag commemorate karon sa 911, that horrific day that happened. How many years ago was that?
That was in 2001, so
24 years ago, right? 24 years ago, right? Oh, in many ways, we're living like the post 911 world, diba?
Yeah.
And in many ways, katong 911, there were a lot of movements that rose from the shambles, from the not the shambles, from the rubble of 911. There are so many movements, and I think in many ways this thing, this society that we're looking at in the United States is still part of the post 911 world, I think.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Oh, nadatay mga comments
Oy,
sa atong Facebook
dagang
Live.
salamat. Natay mga
Let's see.
Kirk fan, Charles Kirk fan, si Zandro Fajardo. Unsa man ni si Zandro Fajardo? Musta naman ka bay? Asa naman ka niya? Kanusa naman ka magmotor diri sa Tops? Fajardo H. Zandro is actually the owner of so tay mga yung kompanya. He actually sells motor jackets and helmets and shirts and all of that stuff. So I hope to see you here soon one of these days. And Glenda, unsa maning unsa man ni ang imuhang comment? Basa ko na ng comment ni Glinda. Moram nig fan kay ni kuan ni Charlie Kirk, di ba?
I don't know, Judy, if fan.
Basa ko na ba?
Niya na siya nga, Charlie Kirk being on the right somehow triggered a lot of the left who think he made his money marginalizing people. His rhetoric fueled hate and division. Kirk, as a conservative, is anti-abortion or is pro-life, and he supports homeschooling. She also says, regardless of his stands, I don't condone the manner of Charlie Kirk's death. No person deserves to die that way. And yeah, no, I am not a fan daw.
Okay. Pero Moses wrote Leviticus. Ganun kiba edad ni sila ni Moses ni Glinda? Ha?
Oh no.
Ganun kiba man siya nga si Moses ni suwat ni Leviticus, ha?
Basta na siya signature dito.
Okay. So, how about you guys? How do you feel about what just happened? Right? It was. I didn't want to see it, but I for some reason because it's in my feed. Nakakita ako sa grisly death ni Charlie Kirk, and I see a lot of my friends on Facebook that are fans. As murabag mga closet Charlie Kirk fans that are coming out in the open ba. Po nakitaan nga I am Charlie or something, or we are Charlie or something like that. And so on and so forth. I'm really surprised nga he has some fans here in the Philippines. But surprised, but to know that some of my friends are fans. But I'm not surprised because we're a conservative country. We're a Christian country, and I think see Charlie Kirk identifies himself as a Christian, as a Catholic, right? Am I correct? Is he Catholic? Can you check, please?
I think he's a Protestant. Actually.
Protestant.
Yeah.
Okay. Pero he mentioned about the Holy Trinity and the Virgin Mary. Can you double check? Is that part of the beliefs of Protestants? Is that part of that? Do they also believe in the virgin birth and the Holy Trinity and all of that stuff? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they do. It's just that they don't practice a lot of the same things that the Catholics do.
What's the I'm curious lang ba. I know we're going off topic here, but unsa may main what were they protesting about? Because the reason why they're called Protestants is they were protesting about something, right? I think it was about who is Jesus Christ a God or something like that or whatever.
No, it was mainly the Catholics and Protestants differ primarily on the authority of the Pope and the Church tradition.
Yeah.
With Catholics accepting both as authoritative alongside the Bible, while Protestants emphasize the sola scriptura, the Bible alone. So the Bible alone is the only authoritative source.
So which side of the equation is a Protestant?
The Bible alone is the only authority on God's word, and the Catholics believe that the Pope and the Church, the Catholic Church, is as authoritative as the Bible. I think that's the main.
But isn't
difference.
that kind of confusing because if the Church is as authoritative as the Bible, doesn't the Church get its authority and its teachings from the Bible?
Yeah, it's supposed
to. So can you make the distinction clear? Because we're talking about the same thing, right? It looks like so. Anyway, do we have any? No. Do we have anybody who's like a religion expert who can shed light on the main difference between a Protestant and a Christian or a Catholic, right?
Oh, I don't really know if we have anybody here who can shed the light. But since atong comment sections, if somebody knows, ang unsa jud ang diferensya sa Protestants ug ang Catholics, what is the main differences?
So Charlie Kirk identifies as that, right?
Yeah,
as a Protestant.
Protestant, yeah.
And I just double check. I just want to make sure. Okay, so see that's the thing. Like people don't want to talk about religion and politics because of for whatever reason, right? But I think manggod kanato ang relihiyon, kanato ang politika, kanato ang mga operating system maguna sa atong mga pananaw sa kalibutan. So kung ganahan ka makasabot sa usa ka tawo, tan-aw nimo unsa iyang politika, unsa iyang relihiyon, unsa iyang mga pagtuo para makasabot kaniya, di ba? Importante kay na and I'm actually really kind of annoyed by the fact that people don't want to talk about politics and religion, because
Mm.
these two things are your operating system,
Yeah.
right? This is why you get up in the morning, right?
Yeah.
This is why you do what you do. And to not talk about it is to fail to understand the person
Yeah.
on a deeper level, right?
Yeah. I think it really has to do with
Nganong mauwo man ka kung, let's just say you believe in a flying spaghetti monster. Nganong mauwo man ka, right? Kung tinuod na imong pagtuo, nganong
Mm.
na kay faith, di ba?
Yeah.
Then tell us, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then talk about it, like without thinking about converting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's also the thing, right? Some of these different religions actually
Actively trying to convert you.
evangelization mo gud
Mm.
ilaha pong mga part of their belief, di ba?
Yeah.
And the thing with that manggod is that ang ilahang belief is, kung maayo ni ang akong kinabuhi, kung ang ako ang pagtuo ang akong kalag mahilangit, ganahan pud silang ilang minahal sa kinabuhi malangit pud. Di ba
Mm.
murag ilang, they feel like it's a responsibility to them, for them ba, to convert other people, because we don't want other people to go to what they think is hell, di ba?
Mm.
So, for example, anak ka nako or igagaw ka nako, ganahan ko nga mo pariha ta og pagtuo para malangit sa ka,
Mm.
di ba?
Yeah.
And who wants anyone to burn in a in a place of
eternity.
hellfire, right?
For
In eternity, right?
Mm.
So yeah. So Kirk.
Yeah, so Kirk is an evangelical Protestant. Yeah,
Okay.
evangelical Christian.
Okay. But still, well, whatever your persuasion is, whatever your beliefs are, I think there's just no place in civil society for something like this. In fact, we should be appalled by this, and I think I hope this becomes like a galvanizing event,
Mm.
which I doubt, because especially in the States, pero daghan naman kayong mga events nga you would think would galvanize the
Yeah.
population, but the
Yeah,
public,
pero-
like, and one of the greatest examples of something that's supposed to be galvanizing was the pandemic, right? This was supposed to be an event that unites humanity, di ba? Nga tapok ta, magtinabangay ta, kay naiusa ka butang might wipe us out as a species, right?
Mm.
Or at least make us sick. Di ba? Niya pang hino, nag-away ni nunta, nisamot ni ang division. Right? Do you think we will ever be united with one, with something like maybe the idea of a disease wiping us out, maybe if that's not enough, what do you think is enough, right? Maybe like an alien invasion.
Maybe. maybe
Huh?
maybe that's exactly what we're gonna need for that.
Huh?
I think what you really need is really, give people something physical, something they can see, something
Lagi.
something
That's what I mean.
it's
Like,
right there. I don't know.
that's what I mean, like alien invasion, right?
Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna need for that.
So muna
Unfortunately.
actually one of my stupid ideas again, next to legalization of corruption, is all the billionaires out there in the world, pull together all their money and simulate an alien invasion to unite the world, to unite the planet, right? What do you think,
Yeah.
right? Instead of wasting our time colonizing Mars or whatever, building whatever AI, why don't you just simulate an alien invasion so that all of the people of the planet will work together?
Yeah.
What do you think, man? What do you think? And
That's
we'll hire the best directors, the best the best makeup artists and special effects people, right? Yeah, mag-simulate ang alien invasion.
Well, if people end up finding out it's fake, you're just gonna make them even
Oh,
more
make sure
divided.
it's just the billionaires who know about it.
Who knows? They might be planning to do that right now. You just gave them an idea.
Mo siguro na yung makapa-unite nato as a people sa kanang alien invasion. How about what are your thoughts about that, guys? What do you think will unite us? Pandemic certainly did not, right? All of these tragic events certainly did not. We're hoping Charlie's death could be it, but I don't think so. He's a very divisive figure, and
Yeah.
and I think it's going to be like a whole blame game, and then
Yeah.
the blame game already started from up there from the president himself.
Yeah,
So
from minute one,
Yeah.
Even as they were reporting on it,
Yeah.
there was already blame game going around.
Yeah. So we may sound like we're out of touch because people here in Cebu, in the Philippines, we're talking about something else, diba?
Mm-mm.
We're talking about kaning
The United States.
corruption. Here in Cebu, we're talking
yeah.
in the Philippines, we're talking. People are talking about DPWH and the
Mm-mm.
corruption and the mura og mga kickback sa mga congressman, diba?
Mm-mm.
And but I think it's still related in the sense nga this is really about our freedom to express ourselves but and not be scared of uh, of any repercussion
Mm-mm.
of being assassinated or killed
Yeah.
in broad daylight. It's important for us to have that, and an argument can be made. I don't know if you agree with me, Ralph, but an argument can be made na we're actually freer here in the Philippines
Mm.
compared to let's say the
Mm.
United States. More like big deal kay nila kay they always talk about it, right?
Yeah.
But kita, you look at us, man. We're not bound by anything. We're talking about practically anything, right? And I think lang some people um, get killed by kaning other people, the enemies of the, let's say another political party because
Yeah.
kaning murag we're free to say whatever we want, and some people can't stand it,
Mm.
or it's detrimental to their careers maybe as politicians or whatnot, right? And it's scary to think about, but kaning mga nanghitabo karon, it's like they're requesting for security detail, they're requesting for kaning murag protection from the state, from the government, right? Because
Mm.
what they're saying, what they're talking about is dangerous, right? You're accusing somebody of corruption. That's huge, right? And
Yeah.
and you could get killed for that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. People, if they know that you have compromising information about them, they're gonna want to keep you silent.
Yeah.
Oh, kaan ana si Miss Glenda sa tong comment section nga. Boxing, basketball, and Miss Universe unites us daw.
Boxing, basketball, and Miss Universe.
Unites us as
Mm.
Filipino people.
So man ni siya maghimo tag event nga na boxing, na basketball,
Ug
napigi
pageant.
beauty contest.
All
Sige,
in one.
sige.
All in one.
Sumug ka. Yeah, pero kana mga afam, mga
Afam.
mga ekal man ng mga bayot man ng malipay og mga babae sa beauty contest, di ba? Ikaw mo cheers sa gabay nga beauty contest.
No, not really.
Huh?
No, di
Huh?
ko malingaw.
Di ka malingaw?
No, not really.
Pero
Sa Miss U, noon, I just want to support the Filipina nga candidate. Pero if mataktak na nga ni Philippines, I'll turn off the TV.
bati na, di ba? Bati na.
Bati na, hawan ako.
So sakto ni si Glenda actually. Sakto siya nga ang boxing,
kana. Especially kung si Pacquiao.
basketball ug Miss Universe maka-unite na tuon karon. Tennis, di ba?
Current tennis.
Kung makadaog to gold medal, manghambog na. Tanaw Cebuano, may kayo Pilipino, may kayo, di ba? Anyway. So yeah, a little later on, we're going to do something that we have never done before ever here on 105.1 TMC. We're going to do poetry reading, right? Poetry reading, and then because we really want our friends who to be able to understand, we're going to try to make it as simple and as sabutable as possible. In fact, we're going to have like a Bisaya translation. Sakto ba ko ba? Mag-translate ag Binisaya.
I tried my
This was actually inspired by your segment sa Tambag Mo Chansi. Pinakadungog ko nga naamoy basahon nga suwat unya ininglisson nimo or Bisayo nimo nya ininglisson sa usa, di ba? And I think this is very important nga it's important, and it's also funny. It's important because some poems are medyo lawom siya, dili kayo masabtan. And number two, it also highlights the mura og inconsistencies of language ba, di ba? Nga wa gyoy direct translation sa mga butang between cultures, between languages, di ba? So kung mo translate ka og Binisaya to English or English to Binisaya,
Lisod.
Naagyo'y mawa,
Yeah,
naagyo'y
naimawa in translation.
mistranslate, di ba?
Mm-mm.
Because that's what language is.
Mm.
Language is culture. And we're going to read a poem by Rainer Maria Rilke in a bit. Did you email me a copy of this poem, babay? Wala pa.
Yeah,
Asa manin mag-email? Sa Jiggy or sa Halo-Halo? Kaya ito ning basahon sa atong mga kaigsuunan. This is actually a beautiful poem. This came from a book of poems.
the book is entitled Letters to a Young Poet. And we're going to be having that in a bit.
Letters to a Young Poet.
Mm-mm.
So our time now, it is 11:10. Stay tuned, okay? We're going to read to you, translate to you a very interesting poem by Rainer Rilke. It's called Letters to a Poet. That's coming up right after these. Atong tak na karon 10 minutos ang nilabay sa alas 11 maayong bungkag sa kanatong tanan.
At Queen's Pizza, we bring the